Look at that, man. You're gonna be a proud engineer one day. You were struggling, but you had it.
It's because this damn thing doesn't actually have a stop button. So I was like, what do you mean by stop? So I actually went.
It doesn't have a stop button. The
The
universal sign of a stop button is a square. Mr.
The
IT
universal sign of a stop button is a stop button that isn't grayed out.
That's a grayed out?
Yeah, it's a grayed out stop button.
That is a grayed out.
Though it stops if I just press space and record again.
It stopped out. Don't you see that it stopped out?
My point is, I
it's
could just press space again and it stops.
Oh, you could do that too.
That's what I was like, oh, can I just do it this way? So I did it again. And I was like, then why the hell do you have a stop button? And I just dislike it. That's all.
Yeah.
Plus, if I just press record again, it stops.
Yeah.
Which means there's 3 buttons. That's what the stop button's supposed to do.
You're thinking more about this than I ever would have thought about it.
That is how quickly I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid.
No, you're just hating.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be as close. I boost up the game, so you know.
No, I know. I wanted to just see the waves.
The waves?
Yeah. Plus this thing is still tilting. But
yeah, it was funny because I was like, you know what? After the whole conversation, you said, you should just buy really good equipment at the very beginning. Mm-hmm. I started thinking about it more. I'm like, you know what? No. I came up with this very ghetto and just used black tape.
As you can see, when you bite the bullet so hard, you can't bite no more, so you just start becoming insane.
Yeah. So but you know what? I'm gonna buy better mics stands probably like next month and everything like
that. Makes a lot of sense.
Opens up, but I'm still gonna keep this because you know what? You can buy like these this part on top. You can buy new. You can like interchange those, like because they all screw off and on. So I'm gonna still keep this. I'm probably gonna go to like the Guitar Center and just get new tops because I know they sell those separately. The tops. Like the arm, the arm part, not the legs, but the arm, they sell it separately, so you can just screw it back on. So it would do the job.
So
wait, redo? How? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yo! This is Bodega Boy.
So we're gonna stop right. Let me just redo the thing because we just spent like.
Nah, it's fine. Keep that in.
Why?
Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna let you edit. Go on.
I'm not gonna edit it.
All right, then I'm just do this.
Why? That's fine.
Because you're keeping the whole part where we're debating whether it stays in.
That's fine too. People do that all the time. It's not that now. It's getting worse because you're making a big deal of something that's not a big deal.
I know.
You don't even listen to this when it goes up.
The answer should have been okay, and it wasn't.
No. Because I'm the one I use and chop it up and sync the audio.
That's why I was not going to make you go through that by just saying, okay, cool. So we just tested everything out. You must be okay with the levels.
Everything's fine. I'm continuing.
All right, so with the energy you got, man, take us in. Brand new day. How has your week been?
Yeah,
don't know.
I just had to make your life easier by putting up the game so you don't got to be close to the mic.
Don't you see that I try to improve too? I'm trying to get into a comfortable position.
You know what is also at the very beginning, you know what's funny? This is why I didn't want to boost up the volume. Because I know
we would pick up off each other's mic. That's what I thought.
It doesn't fucking matter, man. Like it's whatever.
Okay.
Nah, but the reason I didn't do this at the very beginning is because I didn't want us to like we're used to talking so close to the mic. And then I know where I'm having to like show you guys like to talk to the mic, but not be like in the mic, but also talk directly into the mic. So I was like,
which I've been good at. It's just I'll move away from the mic because, yeah.
But I finished uploading the first video. I didn't upload it. I was just like trying to see if I could do it, and I put I tried to do like an old episode. I still had the whole file to it, and it's just like. You can't really see our mouths and stuff like that because we're talking so close to the mic.
Okay.
And it covers us and when you talk, you're big, so you kind of like hunch down. Yeah, it looks kind of crazy. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah, listen, I know I look crazy on this camera. I just accepted it. My size are like 14 football.
It's not that. It's just the fact you so hunch over.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
you see this shit? You see me slouching?
I
want to be like this, but this is just.
No, the mic is definitely not gonna pick that up.
Exactly. So this is why I'm always like this.
All right. So this is Bodega Boy. Welcome to the Bodega Podcast. With me, I have my beautiful and lovely co-host Kuma, the sexual deviant, the one and only.
I'm just gonna say this now. Beautiful and lovely. I guess I'm growing on the boy. But hey, people, how you doing?
All right, how was your week?
Honestly, man, not too much has happened. Got to spend some time with some people, check up on the fam. Trying to just keep on keeping on. What about yourself?
Besides being blackmailed, that was fine.
Oh my gosh, blackmail, yo! Who wants your buns, bro? Who wants you blackballed out of this?
yeah, I like how you emphasize on certain words. You.
What do you mean, man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, man. So blackmail, this is a new thing. Yo, anybody else in the world being blackmailed? I think there's a few people with some charges going up against them, actually.
All right, let's go to the first topic.
That was a perfect. I thought that was a good segue into Danny Madison, but okay.
What's Danny Madison?
You telling me you don't know your boy from that 70s show?
Oh
my gosh!
I was so heartbroken when I saw that. I'm like, no, he was my favorite character too.
Completely. Other than Fez, Fez is his own unique.
He was my favorite character too. I was really, that shit hurt.
Yeah, I was just like, bro. But then this is one thing. There was an article I was reading. It says he was accused in the past, and they investigated it for 15 years, and it came up with no merit. This was another one. And they're reopening it because he also got accused with more when the Me Too started. I guess 3 ladies came out. One was 23, and the others were 28.
At the time that it happened?
Yeah, at the time that it happened. So we already know that this is years, like 2 decades.
How old was he?
It doesn't say.
How the 70s show, when did that came out?
Like 1980?
1980.
I think that was it. Like, it was just a little bit shy of that 70s for real, but still.
Yeah, I was like...
It was a little after.
That 70s show is coming in the early 2000s makes more sense than in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because the 70s is not that far back.
But then it also ran for, like, forever.
Yeah. Didn't he, like I don't understand how... I don't understand how Venom got with that tall...
Wow, that's going somewhere. Why you coming at Venom?
Because he was awful.
Venom's awesome.
No,
I was wrong. I said 1980s. It was 1998.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, so right before the 2000s. Right before.
So he got it. So keep it going with the story.
Yeah, so he got accused by 3 counts of rape, and the weird thing I saw about these 3 is that they just say they want truth and justice to come to the forefront. They just want people to know, though this happened 2 decades ago,
that they were sexually assaulted.
Yeah, 2 of them happened at his house. Now, I find that weird.
Why?
Because it's 2 28-year-olds coming over to his house.
They came together?
No. It's just 2 separate occasions. And I'm thinking, like, and the range is from 2001 to 2003.
Yeah, that I know.
So it's like probably right when the show started picking up steam. Like, just using natural things. I'm guessing that they didn't like how the sexual encounter went. I don't have the information, but that's from the information in the article. I was like, this sounds a little weird. Like, was he just really aggressive? Why did you come over? I would love to get the backstory because I feel there's a lot of missing pieces from what we got to know.
And he didn't give out a statement, right?
He did. He said, "I'm innocent," and no, he himself didn't. He just pled, "I'm innocent."
Oh, his publicist?
Yeah, his lawyer came out and said that he is not guilty and these charges will be exonerated. And there's also the evidence. When more evidence comes to light, it will also prove his case.
I think that 70 show is overrated, man. I feel like it doesn't get enough attention as it does. I know I just completely.
Like, I don't know why I'm wasting my breath talking about this.
I like the very serious conversation. I'm like, you know what? That 70 show, it was
for its time.
Yes, it was before its time.
No, it's for its time.
It's for its time.
Yeah.
You mean for
it's
the
like
70s
sitcoms,
or the late 90s?
How Bundy, like those shows were for their time. Like, what was it? Something like Jim. You remember that show?
No.
Oh my gosh, there was one.
Jim? I never heard of that show in my life.
Yeah, it was like on Nickelodeon. It was just another one of those sitcom married couple things. According to Jim. There we go. According to Jim.
I'm still surprised I'm so surprised that whatchamacallit got with that girl.
You know what? let's talk about that because you're clearly interested. Why does that shock you so much?
He's such a square.
But yo, sometimes the square wins in the end. Yo, SpongeBob, man, being square ain't bad.
Well, SpongeBob is gay. That's a whole different conversation.
SpongeBob is anything he wants to be.
No, SpongeBob is 100% gay.
Bro, SpongeBob
that's a different conversation. So he's gay.
He's like Squidward.
He's gay.
I don't know what he is, but
He's
gay
gay.
is clearly on the spectrum.
Well, it's not clearly on the spectrum. It is the spectrum. I don't got a problem with that. His preference is his preference.
I don't know because wouldn't it be gay if you wanted another male sponge?
Yeah, he could be.
Exactly. I just think he's pan.
Just anything. No, but he was never into Sandy, which never made any sense to me because Sandy was hot.
You know what? A squirrel wearing a bro was all it took.
a lot of kids got like, whoop.
Wow.
Like, what's going on? What's going on, Mom? I was just watching Sandy.
I feel like there would be way more sexual innuendos between Squidward and SpongeBob.
No, all the sexual innuendos are between Patrick and SpongeBob.
No, those are the blatant. Like Patrick's buns are in like SpongeBob's faces, and he's like, do something.
Yes. The tension is outrageously. I'm just like,
it's past palatable.
No, it's
they're
not
probably drooling when looking at each other.
It's not palatable at all.
What you mean, man? It had how many episodes?
Isn't SpongeBob still going on?
Supposedly. I really don't watch TV enough to be like, if there are still new episodes, that's wild. So, were you a big SpongeBob fan?
No.
Me neither.
No, that's the show. Okay.
We're back? Oh, yeah. That 70s show, people. Yeah.
What's his name? Damn, you were my favorite character. I hope this is not true. You're my favorite character. You was always a cool one. And you, in my opinion, did he date Ashton Kutcher? He dated that girl, right?
Oh, Jackie from the show?
Yeah. What's
like in the show or in real life?
I know, but they dated. Like Ashton Kutcher dated somebody from the show.
I think so. Yeah.
What's the girl's name?
I don't remember.
Whatever. I felt like he should have got with her. Or did they get together?
Potentially. I'm wondering if you're talking within the show or within real life. But anyway.
Within the show.
Okay, so.
Within the show, there was love pictures?
Dated Jackie.
Which one is Jackie? Jackie was a tall one with the red hair. I'm thinking of Orange is the New Black. Because she's on the Orange is the New Black.
You are clearly doing things right now.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
But maybe I'm wrong. But no, I'm pretty sure Jackie is the brunette that loved Kelso, that then dated Danny in the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Danny was always he was the coolest one.
Yeah.
He was the coolest one. And this is like a hero of mine.
He was like red with no motivation.
What?
He's like red.
Oh, you know what I just remembered?
Yeah.
You know what I just remembered? I watched Tower of God, and Rachel's a fucking bitch.
Oh my gosh, I'm not having this conversation again because you don't know.
No, Rachel.
You don't know.
She does worse.
You don't know.
She pushed Bong
off the
test.
No.
And then we thought she was paralyzed. She wasn't paralyzed. What a fucking...
You don't know.
What a... I'm trying not to curse as much because on YouTube I'll put this as for kids.
Change that.
No, I'm not. If it goes successful, I'm trying to get money.
We started on SpongeBob
being gay.
This is already okay. All right.
All right, fuck it. Next topic. Da-da-da-da-da. Dave Chappelle.
So Dave Chappelle has a new special that came out on not Netflix. That's where I saw it. 846. 846 coincidentally is when he was born, as well as how long George Floyd was choked out for. 846 has so much being said
Candace
in it.
Owens and her stinky pussy. I don't know if it's stinky. I'm just saying that. But if I find out, I'll let you know.
Which was like just one of the best lines. One of the best lines.
Really? People criticize that line.
I think it was funny. Because it's like you can hear the sarcasm. It's clearly.
I don't know if it's sarcasm. I think if he
like
finds
the part
out,
of disliking, yeah.
I think if he finds out, I think he will tell us.
That'll just make it better. That'll make the joke even better.
Yeah, guys, it was stinky. It was extremely stinky.
That's like, hold on. That's a joke like Trump level. He could make that joke.
A stinky pussy?
Yeah.
Trump? I think he has said that joke.
Exactly. So it's like I don't understand why people be out of pocket with it. It's just like,
No, keep going. Keep telling
okay,
me.
but long story short, 846 is everything that needs to be said about everything that's going on right now, and I think it's wonderfully done.
Who said 846?
Yeah, or 846.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you say it.
Okay, so 846.
You know what that is? It's like Kingdom Hearts 365 days divided by 2. The way you say it changes the meaning of the title.
36 over 2? No, 365 over 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you say it. But if you say like
365 over 2?
that's the same.
Uh-huh.
You change the context of the title, but continue.
That digression got so hard. So I think it says everything that needs to be said, especially about certain celebrities not speaking out, certain famous celebrities not speaking out just because they're black. Because realistically, having people just say what you want to hear doesn't mean much. I personally think that. Because they can have your back and not be like the first ones grabbing the mic. And he did say that, and it's well known throughout history, especially here in America, that it's normally the younger college students who really make the change or fight for the cause, protesting and stuff of that nature. Not to say that we're the only ones. I'm saying that that's normally where it starts. So, yeah. He's like, he supports the fight, but fight.
Yeah, he said it's not his turn anymore. It's for the youth out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who are doing a lot right now. It was a good special. It wasn't a comedy special. It wasn't a lot of jokes.
It was just a special.
It was just a special. He was just talking, giving his piece out there.
What did you think about him saying that this is the last stronghold?
What do you mean?
Remember, so normally comedy is like one of the last bastions of safety and security and truth when times are rough. You would go to a comedy special to hear the truth and reality, but at least with like a funny twist or maybe sometimes not so funny. Because you got to be able to laugh at reality more so you got to laugh at the joke.
Yeah.
So when he said like this is like the one last place we can have this moment of safety, truth, and all that stuff in this comedy special. What do you think about that?
It's true. It was a good. I don't think it, because a lot of people review it as a comedy special. A lot of people don't say it's not a good comedy special, but he had a lot of important messages he was trying to say.
There's sometimes it's like you got to see it for what it was, not what it's going to go down in like the title. It's like if somebody drops a project and they just do hip hop, but like that project was just them being experimental and abstract, you should not judge it by the same standards.
No, it was interesting when he talks about his dad.
Wait, his dad? It wasn't his great grandfather?
No, it was his dad. His dad was crying out for his grandma. And his dad's grandma was a slave.
I thought it was his grandfather, not his grandma. But okay, cool.
No, it was because I remember because George Floyd was on the ground.
Yeah. And
when he was on the ground, he was crying for his dead mother.
Yeah.
And then he said the last time I seen that was when my dad was dying. He was crying out for his grandma. Mm. And then near the end of it, he goes like,
where he gets his name from? That part?
Oh, damn. No. He goes like, my dad's grandma was a slave. So that's how he ties that back up together. I didn't know a lot of the stories he told about how in LA how there was a cop. Mm-hmm. What was it? He said he gives a story about this cop in LA who was a black cop. He had a white female partner that was riding around, and there was an incident where he felt that his partner used aggressive force. Mm. So he wrote a report on it. Yeah. And then instead of her getting in trouble, he got fired.
Fully fired. Yeah,
and he felt that he was wrong, and he just wanted to just murdering a spree, just killing cops.
Mm-hmm. He showed up in full force when they found him.
Yeah, he just went out there murdering cops, and I think he also wrote like a manifesto too.
Yeah, he did.
And he said everything that was wrong for a lot of stuff, and he shouted out a lot of people. And
Dave was one of them.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle was one of the people they shouted out, saying that Dave was a genius.
Mm. And then the cops hit him up, right?
Yeah, the cops hit him up saying like, "Yo, we came here to protect you," because Dave Chappelle came to LA for like I think Grammys or an event, and Dave Chappelle went like, "Protect me." he likes me. You good? You need protection? And that was good. I didn't know that. I just learned that day.
Yeah. You know what's weird? Even though we live in like an age where there's cameras and videos everywhere, I still feel like so much stuff fly on the radar.
There's a lot of stuff that happens. A lot of stuff happens that you just...
Like every second of the day is more content being created one way or another.
It's very exciting content. You have no idea.
Man.
It was a good special, but
yeah.
I'm interested to see what his next special is going to be.
Like, part of me feels like I want to see Dave do more comedy, but I genuinely like his commentary because like I was watching the fact that like he speaks up at his town halls, like he's actually very active politically and in his own community. So him making this special, to me, it felt right, and I think like it really is It's what, like 20, like almost like 25 minutes. Not even that long.
Yeah, I'll say 25 minutes, a little bit around that time.
Yeah.
It really wasn't long.
It really wasn't long.
It was very improv. He just went up there and talked.
And he was like, oh, we're making history here, people. And I was like, yeah. But I really feel like it said everything that needs to be said. Like, he talked about the topics. He talked about his piece on it. He talked why he doesn't say a lot of stuff. He talked why celebrities
I think my favorite part about the... is when he's giving that story about the guy from L.A., the former cop who went on a killing spree, and then when they finally found him, they said like 400 cops showed up,
400 full force riot gear on,
and he went like, you guys showed up like that because one of your own were killed. So when we do it, how you don't understand? Which was very powerful.
Was powerful, man.
Yeah, I didn't see that parallel coming at all.
Yeah, it was just
I guess that was the whole point of the story because he was going to take you to that natural conclusion of that parallel. Which, I didn't see that coming.
Yo, masters of storytelling.
Yeah, you just think when you think about it, it's like, oh,
of course.
Yeah,
he makes that being the only right
makes
conclusion.
that much sense.
And Dave Chappelle, I think honestly the GOAT.
A lot of people have, they have talked about. I think Kwame has. I think a lot of people have been like politically wise have been against like defunding the government, the police.
Yeah, because that's not the real issue.
No, I think
like we've talked about it multiple times here, and like I still stick to its reform more than anything. Some people are saying it needs to be reformed from the ground up, like demolish what is there and rebuild. And honestly, I want to disagree with that. It's just, could the world handle not having police for like any period of time? Realistically,
I was thinking, this is not the 90s. We don't need it's not.
Agreed.
The time period is not as dangerous as it once was and once used to be. Because I was watching. I think I was listening to John Oliver.
Okay.
And he was saying like how last year, like the police unions were like protesting a decision that was made by like NYPD or whatever. So like less people was working that day. Less people were on the field that day. Like a very good amount. And then he said like, you know what happened that day? Because they did that, nothing happened. People went on the train like regular. People did this. People did that.
Grand Central was perfectly fine.
Grand Central was perfectly fine. Just there was no public outcry from the crowd. Things went perfectly fine.
Well, let me say this before I sound like I'm like agreeing with you. Honestly, people capitalize off of opportunity. And if government were to make a national announcement that police are being reformed and demolished and worked on from the ground up, I feel like that would create incentive for people. Not a lot of people, but people.
No, if you do it, because they already made announcements. I think the undercover task force or the plain uniforms are going away. So like they had like a special squad of cops that had like just they didn't wear like uniforms.
Yeah,
they were just undercover
cops.
And
the unmarked cars.
Yeah, I guess those are. They said they will be going away, and they're like doing like 1 million from the NYPD budget.
I think we said like 2 last time, right?
No, I said that's you can easily take away 2.
Yeah, but they took away half of that.
They're taking 1, and I think the thing people don't understand too is like it because there was one place I forgot where it was. There was one place that they said that for a non-criminal offense, they're gonna have like train they're not gonna send cops. They're gonna have trained and unarmed officers or professionals go to handle the situation.
Awesome.
At the end of the day, like, no matter how much a person is trained, they can still get into those altercations.
Completely true.
I don't think people realize how deep the issue is with how just how cops are not properly trained enough. How they just train once and then that's pretty much it for life.
I promise you, if I showed you how to fix a computer from the ground up one time, and then it happens again, you would call me saying, "Can you do it again?"
Yeah,
rather than remember.
And especially because like how often is a computer going to break down? You fix it, it runs smoothly for a while. Mm-hmm. But as soon as that time goes, you pretty much forgot how to fix it.
Yeah,
and then it busts again. So I was listening to Joe Rogan. He had Jacko on.
Oh, I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, he had that one, and they had a big conversation on how they like disagree with like defunding the police, and they were saying how the police should be trained more.
Completely agree.
They should be trained better on armed combat, and consistently trained and they also
That's
need to
a big point.
Consistently trained. He said that Jacko said that most cops only get 2 hours of training.
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat. And he was like, that's ridiculous. He goes on to say like they should be like
consistently trained.
Every week.
It should be upkeep for them to wait. Maybe I'm going too far, but for them to keep their job and position, I think they should meet a certain standard. Do you think that would be taking it too far? I don't know if they.
What do you mean by meeting
a
certain standard?
So let's say, like, how you have to pass a physical to start the training and become a cop.
You know what's funny too?
If they kept doing that.
I feel like they also talked about that too.
Because like you naturally would want
you lose it, you
lose it.
Yeah, and it's not like you lose the job, and they don't make you like continue to be on it. I think in the academy you have to be a certain type of shape, but then after the academy you're fine.
Yeah, I think like if they kept that plus like made certain things, because martial arts creates discipline.
Yeah,
and we have a woeful lack of training and discipline in our police forces here.
And they say they should also have training on how to de-escalate.
Because they only had like 8 hours? Yeah. That's all it was? And it's like, oh, so you took an 8-hour course. All right, so there's a hostage situation. You are now more than qualified. Of course not.
I agree with them, but I also think the budgets do need to be come down.
Like the budget for the NYPD?
Yeah.
Or like for all of them in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Just in general. Because the budgets they're large. They don't need to be that large. They don't need to be that large. You there's certain things that they can cut back on and it won't hurt pays or overtime or the salary structure. It won't affect that. They might lose certain equipment.
Yeah.
But
if
even
we're
overall,
gonna have a whole unarmed task force, it's not really that bad.
Like some of the monies they have is just like, oh, we precautionary stuff. You can't cut back on this. Any like decent accountant can sit down and just like, well, this is all the money that you don't use or doesn't get allocated or are being used to stuff that.
Get a good consultant firm out there and be like, let's nickel and dime until we can get a good number.
You know what too is I think it's probably after this conversation. We're probably gonna talk about cops for a long time, but what also needs to be done too is I think they need like a good like their image is very bad. I think which is
100%,
which is a problem too. Because it's funny because when people talk about stories about cops and then you listen to their stories, I'm like, doesn't sound like a big sounds like cop. Like a perfect example. I'm not gonna say names, but he was saying how he was running late to school.
Okay.
He was running late to school. Then a cop offered him to like drop him off to school, and then he goes like, "Yeah, man, it was weird. It was trippy being in the back of a cop cruising. It was such and such." And as you're saying the whole story, I went like, nah, that doesn't sound like a negative interaction with the cops. Yeah. That sounds quite positive. He was late to school and he dropped you off.
Yeah. It's just like the image is so bad that interacting with a cop within itself is seen as a bad situation in the minds of people.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy.
Which that needs to be fixed. But
100%.
Hopefully they'll get to it. And what else you want to talk about?
Honestly, when it comes to cops, I don't know.
I mean in general.
I'm just dropping that one. I will say something that's been on my mind is that PS5. Like, how do you feel about the discless option?
Get the fuck out of here. I'm buying a PS4.
Okay, so let's say you were going to buy a PS5.
I'm not.
Anyways, so I think it's crazy that it has a diskless option.
They're bold. But Sony, they've been trying to get away. They've been trying to get rid of the disc for a long
people
time.
didn't notice, I was like, when I heard about the PS5 leak, I told my friends, it's not gonna have a disc. It's not.
No, but they're having a disc and a discless version.
Oh no, but I'm like, which one is clearly the version that they want?
Oh well, the discless version, because the design looks like it was made for the disc.
The design was made. The disc looks like a little added on feature to show we didn't want this here.
Yeah, it bulges out. It's like a guy wearing skinny jeans with 25 things in his pockets.
Oh gosh, it's just like this. This was only here for whoever holds out, and then like the leak price was that the diskless one would be the regular $400.
No, I thought it'd be $500, and then the
leak price that I saw.
It's a $100 difference.
Yeah, $100 difference was the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, you're being really overt with your intentions here.
You like the design?
No. Honestly, no.
A lot of people, I'm mixed on it. I don't know.
I feel like it's now forced to stand up like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a stand up.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't like the base thing, but I see why it's there because it's forced to stand that way. But if I ever go into anybody's house and I see a PlayStation,
it's on its side.
Yeah, it's horizontal. So like, but then again, I could see why they leaned to that. Because they're like sleek.
I still think it's better than the design for the Xbox.
Yo, man, it's a cube with an X on it. That's just horrible. Xbox
doesn't know how to be creative. It wasn't like. Wait,
I said a cube? Apologize, people. It's a large black rectangle. Rectangular prism.
Thank you. It's a prism.
With an X on it. That's it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Just make a computer.
Yeah, it pretty much.
Honestly.
Pretty much. A lot of these. More and more of these consoles just become video games. I mean PCs.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna get a PC. I'm still gonna get a console.
Yeah.
I think.
I got a laptop if I want to play.
See, even Sony knows that the Xbox was a superior controller. Because they turned their controller into an Xbox controller.
Like they got the grip widened out, like everything's there now.
Yeah. The Xbox controller was a superior controller, like I was telling people, but people made me seem like I was crazy.
Button placement was real. I really feel like that's like the major difference for anybody who was you had to get, if you were a Sony player, you have to get used to the Xbox controller. And a lot of people didn't like the Xbox. So as long as Sony kept doing their thing, they were sticking with Sony. Yeah. I really think that's the ultimate story of like the two consoles right there. Xbox, they did have some really great games though. Like Gears of War will always go down. I think and Halo, of course.
Xbox 360 was better than
the Xbox?
The Xbox 360 was better than the PS3. And the PS4 was better than the Xbox
One.
The names are dumb.
Xbox was dumb.
The Xbox, the PlayStations were like, you stuck. Yeah, just like, it just makes, it's nothing special. It's
serial. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, nothing you could do. But the Xbox is completely dumb.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I never really been a fan of the Xbox. I never really liked the Xbox's design. It's always been more of a pale white box that has restarting.
The Xbox design? Yeah. I always look at the Xbox design. I love the fact you can take out the faceplate.
Why?
Because you can put different faceplates. I bought a blue one with blue fire going down it. It was cool.
Could have just put on a decal, bro.
I know. I like popping up that faceplate. I remember playing Fable on that shit and meeting a friend on Fable.
Oh wow!
And then like my Xbox got mixed up. I got the 3 Rings of Death. Somebody sent it to send me a new one.
It might have. The Xbox had computer problems like it wasn't a console. That's all I remember about the thing.
Yo.
This is like, it had 3 Rings of Death. I was like, so blue screen for a console, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all I thought.
Yo, shit.
Like, Sony, the worst thing that could happen is your mom unplugged the power while you were playing a game, and you just hoped it turned back on. That was all. That's really it.
Shit. What else is there?
Wait, continuing on, because this conversation isn't done. The Miles Morales Spider-Man game.
Oh, you still on that one?
I just want to know how...
It's a DLC.
It's DLC
it's
for
not
a
game.
PlayStation 4 game.
Yes, that is supposed to be running on PlayStation 5.
And I'm like, so are you going to say it's backwards compatibility? And I don't think so because it's going to say digital from the PlayStation Store.
I 100% doubt that the PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible.
Yes.
They're not. They could do it.
They really could, but I think that's why they want you to go all digital. So it's like all digital games that are mapped to your account. But then you can play on the PlayStation 5.
Then they say, what about all the games I have that's already physical? Yo,
I'm sorry for you.
What the fuck is GameStop gonna do?
No, GameStop was crying when they saw the discless PS5. They cried.
You
tear was shed.
I blame GameStop.
Oh,
because when the first time that DLC all that shit, I blame them for not innovating.
What you mean?
They should have came out with their own PlayStation store, online store, like Steam.
You're talking about PCs. That's like a big difference.
No, but they could have done it.
What would GameStop offer?
Just do Steam.
But what is it offering though? GameStop doesn't make games.
Steam doesn't either.
Yeah, but
they just license it. GameStop could have done the same thing.
I don't think so.
I think it could have. Perfect example of the
like GameStop exclusive games.
Yeah, why not? They could have done something. They didn't do anything.
They went out like Blockbuster, bro.
You know, there's still one Blockbuster in the world. There's one left somewhere in the Midwest. But they could have done something. They didn't do anything. Dang. Or they could have expanded. They slowly.
They sort of did. They said, "Oh, you can get these DLC exclusive items if you come to GameStop and you pre."
They should have figured out some way how to go digital. They didn't try at all. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, but they were a physical store. I feel like it's out of their depths.
No, you could have done something. You
know what?
Because
I'm saying it's out of the depths, but that's because they ain't really try.
No,
they ain't
Netflix was originally meant. They just sent you the disc. That's how Netflix started out with. Now they're all streaming.
True.
So they could have figured something out, but they didn't figure something out.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, honestly. Because it's like, they just never did anything, so I can't see GameStop doing anything.
Yeah, they never innovated it. They could have.
GameStop was like a fun store to look at games that you'll probably buy through a different means.
They probably could have done it like anyone who like pays for certain games to play online. They could have easily split that with like the distributor. Or they could easily be a distributor. We distribute the games out and just pay us a percentage and we distribute out the games.
But then that's why going digital, you cut them out.
Nah, but Steam is not it's not cut out.
Well, Steam won't be cut out because it's a digital resale and it's a digital marketplace.
So why can't GameStop create their own digital marketplace?
Because my whole thing is
I'm pretty much saying make Steam.
But from GameStop. Just GameStop on. But I'm like, I just don't think GameStop ever had that much money to like finance that.
I doubt that. GameStop was a shit.
It was at one point, but the time GameStop was popping.
You know I think you're wrong? Because the fact that GameStop is... Have you seen one GameStop that has closed down?
Yeah.
You have? I haven't seen no GameStop closed down.
Yeah, like one of my boys actually worked at.
Oh, how many GameStop have closed down that you know?
Like 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's not that many though. I don't go to that many.
Oh, but in general,
it's
not like GameStop are closing in the
rapid
rate.
No.
You still people line up at GameStop. For games.
Still true.
So GameStop is not dead by the forest.
Like I don't know why. I just don't see like GameStop doing GameStop exclusive games, selling here, and being like a place for for indie creators to get their game marketed. I just never saw GameStop that way. And I feel like that is where you're right. That is a failed opportunity on their half. Though I really do feel like Steam would have completely taken that because it was like a monopoly on that, other than G2A. But
hey man, it's better have
some competition, some type of competition.
Something else. What else happened? Check out my list of topics that I sent you.
Oh man, but the next one that I remember was. Do you want to talk about what happened at ATL?
Oh, the cop who shot. I forgot the name of the person. He got fired.
Yeah, that's great. He got fired. No protest for that. Or they actually had the common sense and decency to fire somebody who murdered somebody.
There probably was no protest because the beach opened back up.
Low blow. Yeah, but it was Raysard Brooks.
Raysard Brooks?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be tried, but he was fired. He was fired from his job. This is the guy who shot Raysard. He shot Raysard Brooks at Atlanta by a police officer. He was the one that was shot by Wendy's drive-thru.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what?
He's the one with the taser.
Yeah. I was going through it, and I was just like, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that one because, like, again, the whole taser situation, the whole fight. But my whole statement will still be, you ain't need to die. And how can people not aim? Like, if a gun's drawn, you can kill people and also not kill people. There's ways. We have words called injuries and wounds, not straight up murder.
You seen the other angle? You seen it? I didn't see the other angle. The body cam angle.
Oh, the body cam angle? No, I didn't see that one yet.
No, you didn't. You sent it to me. I didn't see that angle, but I don't know. You think they're gonna bring him charges?
It says he has charge. What, Garrett Rolfe, I think is his name? And he was 27, charged with murder, aggravated assault, and other charges.
Aggravated assault?
Yeah. They chased the man down. How many? Well, he ran. Got it. He chased the man down. Murder.
I understand murder. I'm not arguing the murder.
It's how you handle the situation. I think that's the whole point there. Because if you can detain a person peacefully, there's no need for assault ever, right? If we say, oh, if we would have the idea, you're under arrest, hands behind your back, da-da-da-da. There should be no assault.
But that didn't happen.
Exactly.
Because...
Well, I'm not saying from the moment he ran to, it's what happens along the way.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about aggravated assault.
But part of me feels like since there's other charges, I'm wondering if they're just going to be adding charges to make it. Because right here it says he's been charged with 11 accounts, including felony murder, aggravated assault, criminal damage of property, and violations of his oath as officer. That's a lot.
You think he would be getting this much?
No, I feel like he's part of the scapegoat right now.
Right? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of officers would be like, "No, we agree." I'm pretty sure a lot of officers would agree with that shooting.
I feel like they would, but I still don't think it's right.
But that's why I think he's getting this harsh because of what's going on right now.
Yeah, I do too, 100%. Because like that's a lot. It's like, do I think he needed to die? No. Do I think that Rashad was right in how everything played out? No. But I need police officers to not kill while carrying out their job. That's just where I stand on this one. Like this case in particular.
You know, I don't know how many situations that they put that is life or death.
I don't get why everything's life or death when you can easily like incapacitate somebody.
No, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that is like...
Oh, like when it's really life and death? Cool. This man shot a taser. You shot a taser. Both of you missed. I'm sad for your accuracy. Cool. Y'all were running after each other. Cool. You draw your gun. Cool. You shoot. Okay. He dies. That's not okay. It's that simple. It's just that simple.
It is what it is.
Unfortunately. You know what we have in like...
They had a big ceremony for him, the guy.
Oh.
They had a little, at the Wendy's, they all brought in flowers and stuff like that.
You know what? Honestly,
yeah, it's
sad. A little sad.
It's sad because the day prior, I think it was his daughter's birthday. Or the day after was going to be his daughter's birthday. And he died. Oh,
no. I hope that was the day. You know what? No.
No matter what
it is, the damage is done.
Yeah, it would have been that girl is not going to have a father.
Yeah.
And it's Father's Day today.
I'm not even going to say it. But yeah.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
It's just sad. Realistically, it's just sad. I'm not really upset anymore about all of this. It's just, I'm happy to see the communities coming together somewhat. I just hope that we can start coming together when it's not somebody dying who looks like us. In general. I hope that people show out at town halls. I hope that people learn what it means to be unified as a community, and we can actually do something positive for the culture. That's it.
Well stated, Kuma. Well stated. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Honestly, a few things happened this week, but
what is it? Really... Just ring them off.
Chloe and Haile dropped a new song.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They dropped a whole new project.
Yeah, I only saw the song off of it.
Man, that shit was fire, man. That shit
you actually was pumping?
Yeah, it was in repeat.
Repeat? One song.
What? One song?
That you like really like?
Why You Make It So Hard and She Don't Like Me?
I haven't heard that one.
I wonder why she don't like me. "Oh, I know she don't like me." I love that song because it's sassy.
It's sassy?
Yeah, 'cause she goes like, after you finish when you go to her, can she still smell my perfume under your cologne? Like, oh,
that is sassy.
Yeah. Like, what did she think of me when after you guys just finished making love and you're still up thinking about me? It's okay. I'll help you pack up and help you pick dresses for her. And help plan your I'm like the other guys. It's fine.
That's like, she's really saying your relationship with him is a joke. I'm just saying.
It's
like,
perfectly.
it's perfectly with all the sass included. Yeah.
That's my favorite line is like, after you finish making love with her.
Man, you got the hunch. After you finish making love with her.
Are you still thinking about me? No, how does she feel that you're still thinking about me? If a girl ever said it to a girl I'm dating, I'll instantly fall in love with the other girl.
What if your girl got like a comeback? I don't know what the comeback would be, but what she did. It need to be a good one.
It has to be a good one.
Yeah, because that's hard.
Because people don't know, man, a woman with confidence is the biggest turn on ever.
Confidence in what she wants is you.
Yeah.
That hits different.
That hits differently. I remember when I was dating Jersey girl.
Oh.
We went on our first date, and we was on the train, and then like she grabbed me by the collar, to kiss her. I forgot what I said. She was like, "No, you like this? I could tell your face."
Oh, there's layers to that now. Oh, there's so many layers to that.
Yeah,
okay, I'm back.
She was like, you like this? Your face lit up.
Yeah, I see it in your eyes.
You know the worst part of it is, man, she was right, man.
Oh,
she
yeah.
Excited. My eyes were like, yeah. She like, show me that aggression. Show me you want it. Show me. That's the best one. A girl shows you that she wants you.
Yo, when a girl shows, she lets you know she wants to see that aggressive side. I'm like, oh, it's go time. Like, I can't. We okay? We could do this? Feels like you're taking off shackles. You're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, I can let go. That's always the best part.
Man, listen, y'all might not know about Beastars and how animals, predators, this is horrible language, but if you don't know Beastars, you wouldn't know what I'm getting at here.
You know what my favorite moment for girl is?
Oh, gosh, let's go. Let's hear this.
It's that moment when it's not when you're about to make out.
Okay.
It's the moment right before then.
Okay. Before you get the confirmation.
Before you go
the green
ham,
light. Yeah.
Right? Like, it's always that moment when she's with her consent, of course. With her consent, of course. Consent boys out here.
Of course.
When she like pinned to the wall.
Though at the same time, there's always that one moment where she was like, you had me turned on till you asked, but continue.
Come on, don't grade the situation up, but don't make the situation great. It's black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
Black and white. And she goes like you like me, don't you?
Okay.
And then you just face to face.
Mm-hmm. I
love this moment, right? Because you just trying to hold it in, right? Just trying to hold all your best, and it just like, I love it. I because when you hold it in, and then that moment, right after you hold something in, and that moment it's like how you have a hose, and you hold it, and then the moment you let rid of the hose, just
like that penta just
it
feels so good.
Yeah. That's the moment right there. If I could take that moment and put it in a pill.
Life.
Oh no, we're going to different track. I take that moment, take it as a pill, and get high off of it.
Okay, so you see, now this is where I feel bad about this B-Stars comparison. So yeah, never mind. I will freak that. In B-Stars, the people who are normally seen as predators or animals who have more predatorial traits would have to hide that to blend into society. And I feel like when it comes...
Is that a fucking anime you're talking about?
Yes, of course, man.
Oh, you fucking nerd.
Well, it's anime or manga, whichever one you prefer.
Nerd
over here. But I love it because especially when it's talking about dating, I feel like it covers that gray area so well. It's like you don't want to be aggressive, but you know you innately are. And like you just want somebody to be able to accept that side of you.
You know what's funny too? When you're like naturally like aggressive, but you don't want to be aggressive,
but they like you for the aggressiveness. But you know, the reasons that you're aggressive is not because of positive things. You're aggressive because a lot of things you haven't dealt with, and you're lashing out.
Man,
It's very awful.
it's not like you know who you're talking to here or anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But no, honestly, like aggression to me is honestly a beautiful thing. It really is. Like, it's done well. It's tasteful. It's like when you're in a relationship, aggression should be fun. Like sexual tension should be fun. And like whenever you get to have that moment with anybody, whether it's at a nice reggae fest or just a good conversation and attention.
When you say reggae fest?
Because I'm Jamaican and I love that shit.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, then.
You said reggae fest.
Don't you just throwing yourself on the bus? I hit. You understand? But
Man, there's no context here. I'm here to amuse the people.
Yo, that's why I set you up to do what you need to, bro.
You set me up to set myself up.
Exactly. But on that note, listen, it has been an eventful week, interesting and all, but I'm really looking forward to next. What about you?
I was blackmailed, and my girlfriend in London broke up with me.
UK.
Yes. Shout out to all my London listeners out there.
You already know we love you. And that accent.
I don't know if we love them.
Man.
I don't know if she had an accent. I never heard her voice.
You know what?
I asked. Ironically, I did ask.
Okay, tangent. Okay, hello.
I did ask for the voice. She didn't send it, but I really wanted to hear the voice.
Hey.
Because in my mind, if it sounded like it was in my mind, oh man,
changes everything.
I would have busted quicker.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, yes.
I'm not even gonna say TMI to that. It's just commonplace now.
Yeah, if you call me baby with that and just me. How you say? Can you do a London accent?
Me?
Yeah, UK.
Oh no, I'm
No?
horrible at accents.
Me too, but I still try them.
Oh, give me a UK London accent.
Hey, mate.
Oh man.
Hey. Tip the busy.
What? Oh, you know what?
I need to watch some more. Like
We definitely need to watch some more like UK comedy shows on
Yes.
Netflix. Definitely.
that's the problem. I don't know how the voice sounds.
Ain't got no references.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like I know what it sounds like. I don't know how to make myself sound.
You ever follow like a British porn star?
No.
You haven't?
No.
There's one I follow. I don't even think it's Kiki something
Kiki.
or Ki.
Uh-huh.
She's okay.
Hey, listen, if you've ever taken the time to look at what porn stars you watch and what their rankings are on, let's say, X videos or something.
I do.
It's interesting.
It's not that high.
No, sometimes I'll be like #1 in Germany, and I'm like, oh.
In Germany? Really?
Yeah. I was just like, you're #1 in Germany? Wow.
Is she black?
No.
Oh, okay, exactly. There you go.
Of course.
All right, man. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Listen, it has been great talking with y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Take us out.
You guys are ugly. Bye.
He's in his bag today.